Well, boys, today is tomorrow, and Ramsey Khalid Ismail, better known as Johnny Somali's court date, sadly has got pushed back into March of 2025. It was supposed to be December 20th. I'm like, boys, it was going to be an early Christmas gift. We all were going to be singing praises as soon as we got news about how his first court trial went. But for the most part, it seems like the reason why his court date is getting pushed back is mostly because the investigation needs to take a little bit longer. I'm just saying, I guess that's a better reason than just saying because we just felt like it. No other reason why I just wanted to push it back some. So obviously, this sad news of Johnny Somali's court date getting pushed back is basically coming from Legal Mindset, the man that's basically boots on the ground in Seoul, Korea, just marching back and forth into the damn police station and then back to his damn setup so he can start streaming. Well, new news on Johnny Somali. But yeah, the reason why that Legal Mindset is predicting that they pushed back the court date is basically because they really didn't take that much time to gather enough evidence, or at least like investigate it in his mind, because usually it takes like between 2 to 4 months to fully investigate and collect evidence on something. In my opinion, there's some things you really don't need to investigate. The man filmed himself doing it. The man literally was his own CCTV. I don't know what else evidence you need. What you need to go to the scene of the crime, start dusting for fingerprints. I mean, you got a video of the man like doing all this wild stuff, and yet you like, we gotta make sure we got an airtight case. Yes, he filmed himself doing a crime, but obviously that's not all we need. We need to make sure there's witnesses. It's like, what? We all witnessed it. The camera was a witness. So yeah, basically Legal Mindset thinks that they're just, continuing to investigate. I'm assuming that there's probably some other things he probably did off of camera, which we are going to get into something else that he did, which was technically on camera, but he muted his mic for it. So basically Legal Mindset's like, yeah, they're just still investigating into him. And I guess I'm like, hey man, I'm not Korean. I'm not a Korean policeman. I don't know how the investigation process goes. Maybe they're like, hey, he may have filmed himself doing it, but we need a little bit of extra evidence. Hey man, fair enough. Fair enough. I can't complain. But obviously, that's not the only news we have today. Check the little bar down there. It hasn't filled up yet. So go ahead and put your cursor back. So basically, we're going to be talking about something that happened whenever Johnny Somali was still able to stream in Korea, because right now he's not able to stream in Korea because they will probably get him on that too, seeing that he doesn't have a work visa. So this happened back whenever, you guys remember, whenever they were at that pizza spot, the ABC pizza spot, and Johnny Somali went up to the streamer Moxie, this girl in the white dress, and basically him and Gino had beef with Moxie. Basically, Moxie tried to throw alcohol on them. Gino threw alcohol on her. And basically, this whole beef started to go down. And during this whole beef, whenever we all thought, like, oh, they're just beef, who cares, whatever, just Johnny Somali just started again. During this time, Johnny Somali threatened to grape her and get some of the homies to grape her. Obviously, you can't say the word because, YouTube loves just kicking your balls in every time you say something that they don't like. But obviously, if you guys move to G, Johnny Somali threatened to, but on his stream, he actually muted it. So obviously, this went by. A lot of people were like, oh, maybe his stream just cut out. But no, actually, he was muting himself every time he was threatening to grape her.
Can you please help me? Help me! He said he's gonna rape me. Please help me. He said he's gonna rape. He did. Please help me. Help me. No, he's already there. He said he's gonna rape me. I said that's a threat, yeah.
So yeah, we can now see why Johnny Somali was very much fumbling around with his camera every time he was about to just throw out an assault threat. Just throw it out there. He just lobbed it out there. Didn't even care who was around. This man just straight up said, yeah, I'm gonna do XYZ thing. No. Obviously in Korea, not a lot of people there speak English, not really the first language at all. Whenever you're born into Korea, it's probably Korean, the first thing you speak. But I'm just saying, I don't know. Whenever you hear the R word that pulled out, it's a pretty powerful word. Next to the ER, I'm like, you kind of can recognize it, but I don't know. Some people, obviously, they just don't know because, it's not in their language, obviously. If this happened in America, we already know they would have A-Town stomped the yard on Johnny Somali. This man wouldn't have made it out of there alive if this was America. If this man said that in Texas, oh my God, he probably would have been, you know, he would have been rest in peace. Let's just say that man would have not made it out of wherever he was at in Texas if he just screamed out, "I'm gonna grape you." Again, this man just, for some reason, just yells it out, not even like a soft threat, like, "Hey, you better shut up, bitch. I know some people that can rape you right here, right now." No, this man said, "I'm gonna do it." And of course, Johnny Somali had his boyfriend Hank Yo on his shoulder. I'm gonna be honest here, boys. After a lot of the videos I've been seeing of Johnny Somali whenever he was getting up to some other antics out there in Korea and other countries, I'm gonna be honest. I would be very surprised if Hank Yo wasn't hitting, because we already know Johnny Somali ain't got no money out there in Korea. He already burned through everything he had. He wasn't even streaming that much whenever he was there. So whatever he had, that was it. It's gone. You know, Hank Yo is getting something for letting Johnny Somali crash on the damn couch. And at this point, Johnny Somali ain't even hiding that, you know, he's a little fruity. He already smashed a lady boy on the stream. On top of that, he already admitted it on a TikTok live that he smashed his lady boy. So I'm sure he, you know, may like dabbling in getting smashed. Let's just say that. Because Johnny Somali, in his mind, he probably thought he would go to court on December 20th, pay a little fine, get deported, never be able to go back to Korea again. And that was like his whole plan, right? He probably thought, all right, I can just crash on Hank Yo's couch for like a month or two. Nope, that man's gonna be there for another 4 months at least, because the trial is in March now. So that man's gonna be there for a hot minute. So Hank's dick is gonna be plenty moisturized by Johnny Somali's ass. Now, obviously, if they're just pushing back the court dates so they can investigate more, I'm assuming they're going to go for some prison time. All right, I don't think they're going to be like, "Fine, Johnny, just pay $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 fine." I'm like, even a $100K fine. I'm like, as soon as he gets deported from Korea, he doesn't have to pay the money back, because what? Are the Koreans just going to be like, extradite him back? Americans are going to be like, no. So obviously, Johnny Somali's whole thing is he really hopes to get a fine so he can just easily leave, not pay the fine, and then that's it. But after the Japan jail time, I'm pretty sure that man's really gonna be crying, because he was crying after 3 months in Japanese jail. That man was crying. He really thought he was about to, you know, lose everything. He turned 24 up in, he was either 24 or 25 up in jail. He was in Israel crying, talking about it. But now this man acting like nothing happened back in them jail days. I'm sure he was probably touched up in there. They said, "Ooh, we ain't have no chocolate up in here in a while. Especially one as small as you. We gonna be the ones making the threats around here, baby." Just like the person that killed the CEO. Very credible threats that he probably made at that man. Click this video right here to find out who is it. They caught the man. Well, they're saying that they caught the man, and I don't think he's protesting that. But boys, other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.